Hey everybody, welcome back to Habitat Kitchen. I'm Andrew Beauchamp, and today we're making icebox cookies. They're delicious, and basically what icebox cookies are, it pretty much means you can have cookies whenever you want. They're so easy. You keep them in your freezer, take them out, slice them up, put them on a pan, and you can have fresh cookies whenever you want. Come on, let's get started. To show you just how easy these cookies are, I'm going to do it all in one frame. So first thing you're going to need, and I'll go along and tell you the ingredients as I use them. First thing you're going to want to do is get 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And to that, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. To that, and then half a teaspoon of salt. Just to there, and we're gonna give that a little bit of a whisk. Nothing fancy, we're just gonna whisk those ingredients together. Dry ingredients are done. Now, let's get started on creaming the butter and the sugar together. So I have 1 cup of butter here, and to the 1 cup of butter, I'm going to add half a cup of packed brown sugar right in there, and half a cup of just white sugar. And now I'm just going to cream these together, which pretty much just means making the butter light and fluffy and blending in that sugar. We might speed through this so you don't have to see, but I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Perfect, done, and that's what it should look like. Just all combined, a lovely paste. And to this, I'm just going to add 1 egg, crack it, be anything fancy, right in there. And we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. If you don't mind a little heavy-handedness, I'm just going to add a little splash more. I always like a nice rich vanilla flavor in my cookie batter. And I'm going to mix these together. I always like to hold my bowl in my arm. I think I get more control that way. And I'm just going to mix this in. Beautiful! And that's what it should look like. It's very creamy and luscious now. Now all we have to do is add in, this is really the only part where you could go wrong in the recipe, and that's overworking your flour. So I'm gonna put half of it in. A little more, there we go. So I got half the flour in here, and this is kind of important. I don't want to just thoroughly mix it because you don't want to overwork the flour, because that will just create more gluten, and it'll make our cookies tough, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to slowly kind of cut in the flour, which kind of means you're taking your spatula and kind of slicing through the dough and then folding it over on itself. And this just ensures that you don't get a tough cookie, and our cookies are light. Good, and then once we're at this stage where the flour's mostly kind of absorbed into the wet ingredients, I'm gonna add the rest of the flour. I just wanted to incorporate most of it. Now we're gonna do the rest. And the same thing, we're gonna continue mixing this until it's fully combined. There we go. All combined. Here, let me show that to you. What that looks like. Now, the fun part. I'm actually going to separate and make 2 different types of cookies. I am going to do a chocolate chip variety with these, And I'm gonna do another confetti sprinkle one, almost like confetti birthday cake, but in a cookie form. So I'm going to split this dough in half. It doesn't have to be perfect, just take a chunk of the dough out and put it inside, I'm gonna just put it inside my flour bowl. It's clean, it's just got a little extra flour in it, but that's completely fine. It's not gonna hurt the cookies at all. Perfect. Quickly wash my hands. Okay, so for the chocolate chips, I have a half a cup of chocolate chips here, which I'm just going to throw into the cookie dough. And I'm just going to fold in the chocolate chips, nothing fancy, but remember we don't want to overwork the dough. There we go, that's perfect. Clean off my rubber spatula there. This is what the cookie dough looks like. And for the other chunks, I'm just going to eyeball about 2 tablespoons. Maybe just 1 tablespoon at first. There we go, that looks perfect. I just did a little bit of color in there. I'm just gonna mix these in. Now with these sprinkles, just be careful not to over mix them. Same thing with the chocolate chips, but especially with the sprinkles, because you don't want the color to spread all through the dough. You just want to have enough there that they have some nice color. Well, I think that looks like a lot of fun. What do you guys think? So I have the dough all done. That's how simple it was. Now I'm gonna take you guys down on the table so I can show you guys how I roll out the logs into the shape that you can then put into your fridge or freezer. So I have a piece of parchment here that I'm just going to lay out. I'll put that there just to hold it. And I'm going to place my first batch of the cookie dough, which is just the chocolate chip. I'm just gonna, right in my hands, I'm just gonna quickly form it into a log. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna place it down right in the middle of my parchment. You want your cookie log to be 2 inches thick. And then once you're at this stage, what I like to do is I like to roll it in the paper like this, just like that. And then just like it's, well, for what it is, it's a beautiful piece of candy. You're gonna wrap it up like so. Just pinching the ends like that, and then same thing to the other side. And there you have it. That is the dough for the icebox cookie. That's how simple it is to make these rolled cookies. Now you can keep this in your freezer for up to 3 months, or you can chill these for in your fridge for at least an hour, take them out, cut them and bake them, which I will be showing you. You can also just keep them in your fridge for 3 days. I have my oven preheating and I'm just about to take out the cookies that are fully chilled now, and I'm gonna slice them into 1/2 inch thick slices. When you're traying your cookies up, make sure to leave about 1 inch in between each cookie. Once they're all trayed up, put them into the oven at 350 for 14 minutes, or until they're set on the sides and nice and golden brown on the corners. The cookies are fully cooled, and I actually put them into my cookie jar already. Now, I just kind of want to stress how amazing these cookies are and how versatile they are. So you can make a classic chocolate chip with these cookies. You can make a nut cookie, a fruit nut cookie, which I have right here. This is almond candied cherries and our homemade candied pineapple from the pineapple syrup and candied pineapple video, which I'll put a link to right here. But this, you can do anything with this recipe. Just stick to the rule of whatever you're putting into the dough, you just need 1 cup of. So if you're doing 1 chocolate chip, you're making the whole batch chocolate chip. you're gonna wanna do 1 cup. I split the batter in half, so you may remember I just did half a cup of chocolate chips because I was only working with half the dough. But it's such a great recipe and it's so easy. And now I have a batch stored in my freezer that I can use whenever I want. So whenever Daniel's wanting something sweet to eat, all I have to do is reach into the freezer, and within about half hour to 20 minutes, we'll have fresh baked cookies. Such an easy recipe. Try it out, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at Drew's Habitat. Until next time, guys. Cheers.